Collective? It's Kai. Got a fucking hair. Post your shit, right? I said that yesterday. And truly to cultivate that progress, that process that's going to unfold naturally, right? It's to see where you're coming from, even from the present moment, looking back on my past posts. It's so uncanny. In 2021, July of 2021, that was the first open mic that I ever went to. I could literally hear it in my voice. I could see it in my body language, how scared, how scared I was, bro. How fucking meek and timid I was. It's that ironic process of there's a different presence that you're able to access in every single fucking moment. And every single fucking moment is precious, right? You catch what I'm saying, bro? Like, no, it doesn't matter if, like, despite feeling like lower, like, levels of confidence and like not having that high of a self-esteem and image of myself, I still put myself out there, and I built confidence through time by putting myself out there, by being in that same collective of like poets. And even like in the process of that, like I recently, not so recent, like maybe a few months now, but like I met people that I felt very insecure around. I don't know why, right? Like at the time I didn't know why. And then understanding how putting myself out there in that sense has also helped me cultivate confidence. Unfortunately, none of these people are in my life anymore. And it's like, that is a process. It's the impermanence of things. It's letting things be, right? It's just an interesting concept. Because even when you put out your art, there's, how do I even explain this? For example, I started this channel maybe like 4 or 5 years ago. I look back on that first video and I'm like, okay, that person that's right there is literally a past version of myself that I, in so many ways, do not like emulate. I don't embody that energy anymore. And then at the same time, it's still a part of me. That is why seeking like advice and being able to connect with your inner child is important, so that you can continue to enjoy the things that truly come from you, your core. Being authentic, being honest, and also honestly letting words be words, letting your actions show through, listening to your body, and also allowing yourself the presence and silence and space. Because being able to source from yourself requires patience, perseverance, compassion. Like, there's no such thing as perfection. No one is fucking perfect. And yet, because we're so imperfect, that's what makes it so fucking beautiful. That's what makes it so fucking beautiful. Every single person that I've come into contact with, even when there's been shitty ass fucking experiences, being followed by someone when I was literally trying to walk to my car, that helped me realize that I do have to prioritize my safety. I do need to ask for help sometimes. And that's something that I've found to be quite difficult growing up as a child, and it has affected me into adulthood. Because I wasn't addressing the fact that I can't do everything alone. Unfortunately. But there's so many things that are going to start from yourself. You have to choose yourself in order to truly choose another person. You need to choose yourself so that you can be authentic. When you go outside into the world, present yourself. Be purely you, so that you do attract the people that are meant for you. It does require discernment, right? We all are capable of tapping into our intuition, whether you believe in spirituality or not. It's true. It is that gut instinct. It is that fucking feeling that you get. You're like, oh, I feel so fucking drained after interacting with that person. It's building that trust. It's building that accountability with yourself. When it comes to your art form, It's like you're the only person who can actually create that shit. You're the only person that is you that creates that fucking shit. Like, I really don't fucking resonate with that whole comparison thing because it doesn't make sense to me. Especially now, especially after reconditioning myself from being in a competitive environment and having very fucking talented pianists around me. Very talented pianists who I viewed as far more skilled than I. And I put myself down. And that actually debilitated my fucking growth as a pianist. So no, I was not capable of putting out my best fucking performances because I put myself fucking down from the fucking get-go. It's like, that's exactly why I put myself out there when it came to poetry, because I started in the back of my pre-calc class and I just got inspired randomly because I was spacing out. It's like the most menial, mundane things that happen in our lives can create such a crazy source, a crazy, like, core part of ourselves. And yet we don't know until you get to the point where you're constantly creating these things. You're intentionally putting things out there. Let your art unravel outside of yourself. You do not have control over the receptivity of other people. You're going to say shit, do shit, like sing shit, produce shit that is going to connect with people in a way that it can help build their confidence even. Allow them to be themselves truly. And it can trigger people. It can trigger the fuck out of people. Everyone is to their own. Trial and error is important as much as like understanding that it's a process. It's a process. There's no such thing as perfection, bro. And I'm saying this as someone who used to fucking be on my ass. I literally had a stick up my fucking ass. And it stopped me every single fucking time that I tried to put myself onto that fucking stage to play piano. It literally created this whole dysregulated response, anxiety. That's crazy. It's crazy how that can fucking perpetuate this whole process of putting yourself down. And I mean, I'm only saying this obviously because I've gotten to this point where I was just looking back on that first video of me being like, I'm going to my first open mic. And I'm like, damn, I've come fucking far. I don't even recognize that part of me. Like, it's literally not even present in my reality anymore because I started somewhere, and that somewhere just happened to be where I was fucking just so scared. And I'm not belittling that part of myself. It's just not where I'm at anymore. So it's just acknowledging that that was a part of my process. Not attaching. That's the past. The past doesn't fucking exist unless you attach to it. Dead ass. That's why I love the act of spirituality. Like the act of spirituality, the practice, like truly allowing your visions and dreams to be what they are and being practical as well. Spirituality comes with practicality, like seeing your reality for what it is and being grateful for everything that is fucking here because you are abundant. You have absolutely no reason to stop yourself except you yourself will reason with you and be like, oh, it needs to be this way, blah, 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 blah. All these fucking thoughts, bro. I'm guilty of that as well. I used to overthink so much when it came to communicating with people. And then literally I had a friend pass away. And I had to learn the lesson that, wow, I should have fucking said what I wanted to say to her while she was fucking alive. Yes, I had to process the grief. Yes, I had to understand that it made me extremely fucking fearful. I was so afraid that people were just going to die. So I had to go through this whole process of also understanding that, wow, I traumatized myself from that fucking experience. And that is truly, I know she would not want me to go through that. So when I finally processed to the point where I'd let go enough, I understood that I can just be patient. I can just be calm and peaceful. I don't have to be so fucking, I don't have to put so much pressure on myself, in other words. It's a process. It's a cycle, honestly. And it's to not fucking be so hard on yourself, even when your repeating patterns come up. Like, I got so triggered when someone was like, I've noticed your patterns, Kai. I know you. And I was like, bro, you're defining me. And that is so, that just sucks. That sucks because I used to see myself in that way where I thought I was my patterns. I thought that truly that was what purely was me in its entirety. That's why I kept perpetuating the same fucking pain over and over and over. And then I realized like, I can actually make a different choice right here, right now. And so that trigger from that person saying that and me being like fucking real with myself. I was like, yeah, that is a part of me. It's also a part of me that I can literally instantaneously start the process of releasing. I don't need to be that pattern. I don't need to be anything, really. And that's why being yourself, knowing yourself is so fucking important, because when it comes to spirituality especially, you can lose your sense of reality super fucking, you're definitely susceptible to that. Or at least I've been, okay? Like, once again, this is all based on my own experience, okay? So please use your fucking discernment. Like, I'm not telling you what to do because you're the only one who can truly discern that. Let your art unravel outside of yourself. That is the message today. Thank you for being here, truly, as I eat my cute little cutie. And thank you for being you. On God, bro. Thank you for being fucking alive. And I am sending you so much love and support on your spiritual journey. Bye, guys.